Hello and good morning, everyone. Welcome to Friday mornings, Cuppa Create and Connect. I am so glad that you guys are with me today. I have got actually the cutest and very quick Easter basket that I am going to be sharing with you this morning, how to create this. And this little mini Easter basket has a couple extra little details that I think you guys are going to appreciate. Yeah, we're going to do a couple extra cuts in it to add a little extra detail to a super quick Easter basket that only uses a 6x6 piece of cardstock and a little bit of patterned paper that you get to pick whatever you want to go with it. So that's what we're going to be up to today. And I'm going to be sharing with you as we have a little moment to have a little cup of something together here. I'm going to be sharing with you some of the stuff that I have coming up for the month of May. So I'm excited for May. There's a lot going on. But before May, there's a lot of also great products still to be had in our annual catalog and our spring mini catalog. So I'll go over that stuff with you. Good morning, Gail. So hello, everyone. My name is Sue Phillip. I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Victoria, BC, which is on the west coast of Canada on Vancouver Island. Today is Friday. It is a great day to kick off the weekend, do a little bit of creating together. And I hope that some of you maybe caught a post that I did later last night regarding some supplies to have ready to create along with me today. I'm going to start posting probably Thursday morning measurements of pieces that you can have ready to create with me on Fridays. So Friday is going to be our little have a little cup of something, just create together and just connect and have some fun. This is an amazing community and I love coming together and sharing ideas and how we inspire each other. You guys always help me make some great decisions and I just love getting together with you all. So I hope that this will inspire you this morning to maybe make a few little Easter baskets to scatter around to friends, neighbors. Maybe perhaps use these as little table favors on your Easter dinner table because they're going to be that quick and easy to do. So welcome, everyone. Okay, so for today, I'm going to share my screen of my workspace. I'm also, as some of you may have known, I took a little break for a few days going live. I got back to it on Tuesday, but I did quite the kind of clean out of a whole bunch of stuff for my craft room. Made up a whole bunch of little custom kits, which you guys are going to see in May, and I will be selling those off. But I also had a chance to kind of organize, look at me with a clipboard and everything, organize what I'm going to be doing. So I'm going to start by sharing that with you as everyone has a chance to perhaps grab a cup of coffee. It also gives a chance that if you have not prepared products to create along with me, this is going to be so quick and easy that as I'm going over a couple things, just grab yourself a piece of 6x6 cardstock and then cut a little strip of a 1/2 inch by 6 piece of cardstock, and I've got 2 3/4 of an inch by 6 of pattern paper. That is all you're going to need, okay? Another thing I'm going to show you is how you can create, you know how when you make your Easter baskets, you have like that shredded paper, we call it shreddie, stuff that goes into your basket to make it kind of fluffy on the bottom, and then you put all your goodies on top. I'm going to show you a quick way that you can make custom shreddie to coordinate with your project. So we're going to do that too. Okay. We're going to have a lot of fun this morning. So let's head on down to my craft area here. I've got all the measurements. I've also made a visual for you all so that this will be easy. You're going to be able to, I'll hold up the visual so that if you want to take a screenshot, you can, and you will have the recipe with all the directions on it on how to recreate this. Okay. So let's head on down, check it out. Okay. So these are just some of, and I think I am upside down. I don't work well upside down. So let's close our eyes. 1, 2, 3. Let's just shift, and voila. Now we're the right side up. Just going to zoom out a little bit. There, perfect. Okay. So these are the stuff that I'm going to be using. I've got little tiny bunnies that I've already done. Oh my goodness, I've been having so much fun with the storybook friends and creating along with the heirloom arrangements kit. That was a ton of fun, and in the total I ended up making 15 different cards. I know I posted 8 of them, but I made another 7 as well, and you will see those later today. I made a reel, like I called it my Easter card parade. So I slowly showed all of them, and you'll get a chance to check them all out later today. I think it's being posted, I think, at 4 o'clock. So you'll see them then. Okay. So a couple things before we get started. I did find a spare fun fold kit here. This is February's. It was February's fun fold kit, and I am going to be giving this one away today to somebody who is joining me, a lucky watcher. But first, crafty friends, let me just share with you a couple things as we have our cup of coffee, and as you grab some 6x6 cardstock, because you're going to create along with me. You're going to want to make this cute little basket, because there's some extra details on this one that I wanted to do, and a little bit of shading to really kind of bring the basket to life and round it a little bit. So I'll be showing you that in a second. So first of all, look at, it's like I said, I have a clipboard and everything now. It's crazy. Never been so organized. Okay, so we have got the textured notes, delightful wishes, terrific toadstool, and cake celebration. So these are the last 4 card clubs, and I will have my latest one, which won't be until May, but that one is the Thankful Garden, is May's card club. I will be doing a full PDF and a 2-hour instructional video. So if you happen to miss any of these card clubs over the last 4 months, or you're new to me and you don't even know that I do these card clubs, but you have a craft room full of products. If you would like to grab the PDF and the instructional video, super easy to follow. I have all the measurements to cut all your pieces. I have given what I have used in them, but I've also given, like, you can use different patterns. Just like pattern number 1, pattern number 2, and the sizes for all the papers. So you could recreate all of these cards using a different stamp set and a different package of designer series papers if you like, and have a totally different look. So they always include a fun fold and then 4 other card layouts. And I have those on my PDF store. So anyone is welcome to grab those. Doesn't matter where you are, near or far, US or Canada or Australia, wherever you may be, you can do the option of the PDF and the video. And I know for Canadians, you guys were able to get the kits, but if you missed out on the kits, I have got an option for us Canadians to grab them too. Okay. All right. And then I have to let you know, because we have a new catalog and I finally have it. Where did I put it? I was busy drooling over it. There it is. I was busy. Oh my goodness. I've been glued to this. It's already creased well here. I have been glued to this for the last few days, as we have got, I mean, I can't show you, not even a peek. It's like an illegal move right now. You can't see the inside of the catalog, but I can show you the gorgeous outside. And look at these gorgeous papers. I have those papers. And some of these beautiful stamp sets. I haven't even, let's see what's on the back. It gives you a little hint of what's inside. There's the gorgeous dies that go with the papers on the front. So pretty for spring. But there is, between this and the online exclusives that release on the same day. So this catalog is going live on May the 6th. Okay, which means that our old catalogs, which are these ones, are still active. This one's till the end of April, but I do believe, yeah, it is going to, they say the end of April, but they actually run all the way to the 5th of May, okay? The day before this one releases. So you can still get those products, and some of them are discounted. I've been sharing some old reels and stuff of some of my favorite things that are like at 40% off, some of them. And I just don't want you guys to miss out on a great deal. But with the new catalog coming out, you don't want to miss out on this either. And I'm doing a paper ribbon and good times is what I'm calling it, because I am including the most amazing ephemera pack, which is called Good Times. It's a bunch of die cut images that are amazing to pop on everyday cards. So that is being included in it, but there is 15 in total, 15 packages of new gorgeous papers that are being released on the 6th. So I want you guys, I don't want you to have FOMO. I want you to have a little tiny bit of everything. So I've just decided to do, I always do just a one and done product share. So it's going to include a quarter package of all, here it is here, a quarter package of all 15 of the new designer series papers, and some of them are specialty. In fact, I've got some more like metallic-y ones behind me. I might go live and do kind of like a reveal of what I've got so far, but I wanted you to know also that the 12 by 12 sheets, I'm keeping them this time, instead of cutting them down to 6 by 6 and getting 2 of those, I'm keeping it at a 12 by 6 sheet so that you can start to do some fun folds with those designer series papers and some fun 3D projects. Okay, you're going to have a larger sheet to work with, which is going to be great. So in total, you get 64 6 by 6s and you get 36 12 by 6 pieces of the designer series paper. So you're getting a quarter package of 15 different designer series papers. And then you are also going to get a quarter of a spool of 8 different ribbons. Well, I'm going to actually switch that to 10, and I'm not going to change the price because there is 2, it's like a dual pack. So there isn't as much on the spool, but you're going to get an extra couple yards of ribbon, one of 2 different kinds. So I'm going to check those in. I'm not going to change the price, but I'm going to check it in. And then I'm going to do my standard card base freebie. So you're going to get 30 card bases, which is amazing because I'm going to go through and I'm going to pick out the most common colors that are within the designer series paper. So you end up with a stack. You guys have seen my rainbow bucket, I'm sure, of card bases. I have to restock it. I'm almost out of that bucket. But I want you guys to have your own rainbow stash of card bases. So then you can pull from all the different colors with the new papers and create some quick and easy cards. So I'm going to check in 30 card bases, and there's new in colors. So I want you to have a package of in color embellishments. So those are my 2 freebies. And I'm going to ship it registered pre-mailer So it's going to be $140 for all of these products, a quarter package of all of them, and your freebies, $140 pickup, and then the box to ship them is $20. So if I have to ship it out. So anyways, I have that open for registration. On the registration, it will actually go through and tell you everything that you are getting from the annual catalog, this is all the ribbons and stuff, and then the new online exclusives that are being released as well. Okay, so that is the news I've got for you. All right, if you want a new catalog, you're within Canada, I do have a registration form. I have some catalogs en route here. I have pre-shipped some of them. If you place orders through me, you probably already have a catalog that is heading your way very soon. Okay. All right, let's get to creating. So, cute little basket. Here is your moment to, I'm going to hold it up. Here is your moment to do a little screenshot. Get out your phone, take a little photo. I'll give you, it's like a photo op. I'll give you your photo op for, 10 seconds here or so. All right. I am going to be using basic beige for my Easter basket that I'm going to be using or doing. And then I'm going to be using some timeless plaid as a little embellishment to kind of brim the edge of the basket. And I'm going to be using a little bit of shading because I want it to look more like a woven basket. Okay. All right. Are we ready? Here are my 2 pieces that I'm going to be adding to the basket before we put it together. And then this is going to be my handle. All right. I already have 2 of my storybook friends. They're left over from all of my, I've got a lot of these little bunnies hopping around my craft room right now, as some of you may have seen on the cards that I created this last, well, I guess it was last 2 days, using one of the kits. So it's a great way if you need to make a lot of kits or a lot of cards in a short amount of time. A great way to do that is to grab one of the kits, and they always have like decorative card bases. And I'll just show you quickly a couple of them. What I tend to do is, like, this used to be a card base, right? This is the heirloom linens kit. So this was a card base, same with this one. And it was a full card base in the kit. So I cut them down to 2 4x5 1/4. I put them on white cardstock, and then I get twice as many. All of these amazing just pieces were already in the kit. So it's a matter of just adding them in. 2 of the card bases had just like a little bit of shading. This one was beige. The other one is a pinkish tone. So when I cut those ones down, I ran them through the mini corrugated just to add some detail. But again, these are all pieces from the kit, even these little cutouts. So all I had to do is, I wanted to make them Easter. I stamped and colored our little friends here and added Easter greetings. Okay, so like I said, you can see photos of those, and I ended up doing 15 of them. So some you haven't seen yet, but you'll see them coming up soon. Okay. All right. Got your screenshot? Amazing. Okay. Let us create. Here we go. So I'm going to take my 6x6. I'm going to make sure I did cut this at 6x6. Check. I did. Okay. Get out our little score tool, and we are going to score at, here's our little marker. Love it. We are going to score at 2 and 4 on 2 sides. Okay, so we're going to start here. Doesn't matter which side you start at because it's a 6x6 paper. Make sure your cutting blade is out of the way. We're going to go 2. We're going to go 4. Okay, we are going to rotate it 90 degrees, and then we're going to go 2 and 4 again. Okay. Now, there's a lot of baskets out there where, I mean, this is the end. All you have to do is cut here and here and here, fold them in, attach the corners, and you've got yourself an Easter basket. I want a little more detail than that. I want a rounded edge. I want it to look more like a weave a little bit and have some texture to it. So we're going to do some extra cutting, but because there's a fair amount of it, I'm actually going to score the lines first and then I'm going to cut them, okay, rather than just going ahead and cutting them, okay. You could, if you are good with your paper trimmer, you could definitely, with these measurements, when I say score them, you could go ahead and cut them straight right away if you want to. But I'm going to do the score lines. It's going to be a little bit more visual for you. And then I'm going to use my scissors and I'm going to cut them. Okay. So we're going to start across the top here and we're going to score, as you can see, these little lines here are score marks that I've created, and then we will end up cutting on them. But you're going to go to this first cross line that we've created with our scoring, okay? So we're working just on the top corner, all right? We are going to put our paper in, and if you have a scoreboard, you're going to be able to do this on the scoreboard and just score down to this 2-inch mark. But I'm going to take my paper trimmer, and the beauty of it is I've got a marker on here that I can just go at the 2-inch, as it says it on my little, I don't even know what you call this guideline here. And I'm going to just score upwards. So I'm going at, let's get this in the way so you guys can see it, 3/4 is my first one, and then 1 3/8. So then I'm going to move it along, and we have got 1 1/4, and I'm going to go 1 more 1/8 after that, so 1 3/8. And again, I'm going to bring it down. This is my scoring tool. If you want to go straight to cutting, you go for it. But I'm going to start at 2, and I'm going to bring it up. Okay. Then I'm going to put it across, and I'm going to do the same, and we're going to cut into this top square on the right hand side. I'm going to score mine again. I'm scoring it first just so you guys can see visual. I find that a little bit easier. If I was just doing this myself, I would just go for it and cut it, but I want you guys to have the visual. Okay, so again, we're going to go 4, so we're at 4 5/8, double checking my measurement, and then 5 1/4. Okay. Now, while you are here at the top, I want you to, in your measurements here, I want you to go to 3 inches, and I want you to just mark 3-inch mark at the top of your paper. Okay. So I'm marking it at the top of the paper. You can see it there. All right. I just want to have that measurement. Now we are going to go 180 degrees. We're going to the opposite side, and we are going to repeat those measurements. So we're going to go at 3/4 inch. Okay. And we're going to go at 1 3/8. Like that. And then we're going to scoot the paper along, and we're going to go at 4 5/8 and 5 1/4. Okay. Perfect. So if you're just hopping on, we are making the cutest little Easter basket, and you'll be able to go back. I have got this ready to do a screenshot for you in the replay so that you can definitely create this really quick and easy. Just somebody, you know what? Someone gave me the nicest compliment. They said when they watch my videos, because they were doing the PDF and the video option, they say that it's like sitting across the table from me creating. And I love that. So just think, today we're sitting across the table from each other, and we are creating an Easter basket together. Okay, crafty friends, that's what we're doing. All right, we've got all of our scoring. Now we're gonna take, again, this is why I wanted the visual, because it's hard to kind of see that scoring sometimes on the camera, but we're gonna go in and we're gonna cut these score lines. 1, 2, and, oh, I need to do this one too. And now we're gonna alter these center ones that we did the 3-inch little marking there in a second. But let's just get to doing all of these little cute little flaps here. Okay, and let's flip it. Let's do the other side. Right to that score line, the 2-inch mark. Now, I have seen this cute little basket online, other people making it. I wanted to add a little something. I want to do some shading, definitely, but I also want to add a little strip of pattern paper that's going to end up like going around the brim of the basket, because I think that will be really cute. Okay, all right, so we've got all of these little strips, right? Perfect. We got 6 of them. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take this center and we're going to, I'm going to draw it on here. Oh, well, you can see it right here. We're going to go from the 3-inch mark that we created. We're going to cut to here and to here. So here and here. Okay, so we've cut all of these little, like little fingers pieces there that are going to be parts of, look like the weave of a basket. And we are going to cut now the center. It'll end up being like a little V. Okay, like that. Easy enough, right? I love doing little 3D projects, especially around different holidays. I have got, oh my goodness, one of my favorites is, I don't know if anyone else has heard of those Ritter chocolate bars. Do you know the Ritter chocolate bars? You see them in, at least in Canada, we have them in all the grocery stores. Our local little places like the Red Barn and that have like every kind. Yeah, I think you can get them at pretty much most grocery stores, drug stores, Walmarts, all that sort of stuff. They all have them. I'm just going to score these a little bit, or burnish it. But I have created a custom size little box that will fit exactly one of those chocolate bars. So maybe I will make that coming up as a little bonus this week. So if you happen to be at the drugstore or the grocery store this week and you see those Ritter chocolate bars, they come in like so many different flavors and they're all like different colored wrapping. I think they have sometimes come out with specialty ones. I've seen them at Christmas. I don't know if they do anything extra for Easter, but everyone just loves good chocolate, right? Okay, so there we have got all of our pieces. Now, this side is going to be the outside, because this is going to come together like this, but this is going to be the outside. So what I want to do now is I want to add a little bit of shading. Let's just get this here, a little bit of shading. And I want to do it around the edges on either side, the edges of these pieces. This is going to make it so that you are going to have like some depth when we layer these up. See how that's going to make a difference? It is. You'll be surprised. I almost want to leave one side without the shading and then one side with, just to show you the difference. But the problem with that is once the basket's together, then I can't shade them. So just trust me, this is going to make a big difference. Okay. So the nice thing is once after you cut them, you can go in and you can fold each one out so that you can add some shading on either side like that. So take a moment to do it. Now with this 6x6, just be careful you don't rip the tab off as don't get aggressive with your shading. You don't want to take out your frustration on your shading or you'll end up ripping the tabs off. But you can also create this basket. I mean, it wouldn't be as sturdy, but you could definitely create it with just pattern papers as well. What color am I using? I am using just crumb cake. That's a great question. Sorry, I didn't share that with you. So I'm doing a little crumb cake on the basic beige. Okay. So it's just like if you were using, say, a Lost Lagoon piece of paper, because I love that color, and you wanted to do a little bit of shading, you could do the same color. You could do a little tone on tone, or you could go the next shade, which would be like Pretty Peacock, right? So you can pick a color that's slightly darker. So this is ever so slightly darker than your basic beige. This is your crumb cake. And see, look at all of our shading there. Okay, so you can see that just a bit of shading on the edges. I'm going to do the same on this side. It is going to be beautiful. It's going to be so cute. I'm going to put those little bunnies, one on each side. Add a little ribbon. And I'm going to show you how to do some custom shreddie too, to go inside your basket. I mean, if you happen to have a paper shredder in the house, you're set. I'd say runs a piece of cardstock or some fun designer series paper through your paper shredder, and there you have your gorgeous shreddie that will coordinate. Okay, I just actually we had a paper shredder like a long time ago, and it finally, I mean, it died quite a while back actually, but I finally just got another one just because I'm going through and finding all sorts of different paperwork I can get rid of. I don't need anymore, so I'm quickly grabbed a new one. So it's going to have dual purpose. It's going to make some beautiful colored shred. In fact, maybe before I actually use it for, you know, documents and things like that, maybe what I'll do is I'll run some different colored papers in cardstock and bag it up so I have different colors as I need it for fun. Okay, to put in gift bags, right? So there's all our shading. Now you can go along and also do this edge, and then also do this edge, because you're going to see those edges. So this does make the process a little bit longer, but like I said, it's going to be so worth it. Unless you're using full like pattern papers, which you can do for this basket. If you were going to do that and you're going to do this whole thing with a gorgeous pattern paper, then I would just recommend maybe cutting an extra piece of cardstock, or what you get in your package papers, this kind of chipboard, this light chipboard. Cut a piece and maybe just put it in the bottom just to help make it a little sturdier. Okay. So these are the pattern papers that I chose that I want to have as a little edge on the top of my basket. So what I'm going to do is I am going to glue them. They're 3/4 of an inch by 6, and I'm actually going to glue them to these outside edges. So you may have noticed in here that these edges on the very edge, they're slightly wider, okay? Like these ones here are 1/8 of an inch narrower, but I made it so that this outside edge matches this one, and they are 3/4 of an inch. And that way you can add some pattern paper, and you'll see once this gets together that this is going to form a cute little edge around your basket. Okay, so I'm going to glue that right down. Make sure that it's going to move okay. Yeah, it's looking good. And then I'm going to do the exact same on the opposite end. So these are the extra details that we're putting into our basket. You don't have to do that. I mean, if you're mass producing these and don't want to have to do all the extra details, you don't have to, but it's gonna look so cute that you're gonna wish that you did. And just imagine, it makes it a little bit more creative. I'm just folding those creases so they're ready to go. Just imagine all the different colors and color combinations you'll be able to do. All right, so we're ready to do our basket, okay? You wanna have your liquid glue ready. And I actually just remembered I have got the cutest little clips. I might use one of these to help hold one side together while the glue's sitting, and do the opposite. Okay, so I am going to start with crossing. What we're gonna do, see how the shading, see the shading in there? What we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be creating our basket like this. So see how doing those extra cuts makes the basket a more rounded edge like that? Doing the shading is adding some depth to the layers of that too. It makes it look more 3D, okay? So we start with a little glue on the tip here. You may get a little gluey and mucky. I mean, that's all part of crafting, right? We are going to make it so that, see the edge, the outside edge of this is going over so that it is connecting up with the opposite edge of the point. Does that make sense? Am I making sense? I'm hoping I'm making sense. Okay, we're gonna hold it there. Just let it take tack down there, and then we're gonna go in with this one, same thing. Okay, crisscross applesauce. That's what one of the girls' elementary school teachers would say when they had to sit on the carpet, you know, on during story time when she was trying to get their attention. Crisscross applesauce. They'd sit cross-legged. Okay, so we are crisscrossing. Next one. Okay. So patience, you have to have a little bit of patience. And I mean, you could just use some sort of runner, but as you can see, it would be a little bit hard to do that. Okay. You want to hold it for a second. Let it just hang on there. The best part though is adding this little bit of trim. As you're going to see, it's going to be so pretty when this is together. Okay. And then this one is going to go across. So see how we're going to have that lip on our basket? So worth it. Okay, and that one's just going to go across like that. Okay, now we will end up trimming off these little tiny points there, all right? But look at that side. I love it. So that is why I wanted to put a little bit of detail on that 3/4 inch outside piece. It ends up being at the top of the basket. So if you happen to have a little clip or something, look at that. I'm going to hold that together, let that all set up. We're going to the other side. Okay, now gotta fold these a little bit out of the way. Okay, so I can get in here and add my glue. All right, so again, we're gonna start into position here. 1. I'm gonna add a little glue over top, like that. And 2. Okay, like that. And we're gonna keep going. Now, what I ended up, where did I get the glue stand? Actually, it was a fellow demonstrator. There was someone on the island. You guys know Heather. I think it was Heather's, I want to say a relative of Heather. Happy Stamping with Hetty. She had a 3D printer and made some of these stands. There's a few demonstrators on the island that they have access to 3D printers, so they were able to, let's see, make sure that's looking the same. It is. It's looking good. They're able to get them. But I have seen some online from different places. Okay. Then again, I'm going to go across. So the main thing is the last piece, you want to make it so that it goes straight across, because that is the edge of your basket. Okay. Oh my goodness, I love it. Okay. So I have not made one of these with the brims yet. This is the first time I'm making it with you guys. I wanted to wait. So we get to craft together. Okay. So there is, look at that. So see the difference in the, how the shading there definitely brings a little extra life to it. Also shading around the edges. And you have just a nice rounded basket rather than just crisscross like that. Okay, so a little extra detail to it. It is so cute. So I am going to let that sit. So if you happen to, I think these were like a dollar store find. My friend Kathy gave them to me as a little something when we were, yeah, just as a little gift. And I use them for stuff like this. So if you're out at the dollar store, little clips, or if you have little tiny mini clothespins, those work too. Okay, you can use clothespins, but you can let it set up. And then, you know what? I think I might end up cutting a piece of the same pattern paper to go across my handle. I think that would be cute. So this is going to be our handle, which is going to be glued into our basket. And it is just 1/2 inch. I'm going to take a piece of a tiny bit of this same paper, and I think I'm going to add it on there. I think that will look really cute. Okay, not what you expected. Yes, I love it when I catch you guys off guard. That's perfect. Now for shreddie, so that stuff that you fill your basket with, if you want to do some custom shreddie, I'm going to use those 2 colors. And you have got one of those. Some people still have the old turn handle crimpers. I have got the new mini corrugated. I have been loving it, as you guys have seen on the card backgrounds. Look at how it adds amazing texture. I love it. And it is a smaller weave. So I ended up running just some coordinating paper, and it's just going to be a matter, I mean, it's a little bit time consuming, I guess, but then you can have some shreddie in your basket that is going to coordinate. So you can do like a combination of colors. You can use some, what I love, like some designer series paper like this. And you can add this into your basket. I mean, these are like mindless little jobs that you can do as you're watching something on TV. You could use up your scraps. Like you could run through some different fun patterns that you have got like 1-inch strips left of, right? And then cut them down and then put them into color combos. So now I've got some fun shreddie that's already crinkled. It's got the crinkliness. I'm gonna, you know, scrunch it up a little bit more, and that can go, and it will coordinate with our project. That can go in the bottom of your basket to add a little extra fun, and then put your goodies in. Okay, and it all matches with your project. So it's just a fun way to make some coordinating little finishing touches, right? So I already ran this through the mini folder, but you know what? I'm going to use it corrugated and we're going to see what it looks like. It might actually work perfect because I'm going to end up curving the handle, and this will curve nicely and add a little crinkly detail to it. Okay, so I'll just glue this onto here. So I did like not even 1/8 of an inch smaller or narrower than our 1/2 inch. So 3/4 of an inch, about that, or 3/8 of an inch, I should say. And then I'm going to glue it down like that. And then it kind of looks kind of cool crinkly, doesn't it? Look at that. I love that for the handle. Adds a little extra detail to it. Kind of fun. Then what we're going to do is these should be set up. Got my shreddie in the way, but that's okay. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to trim off all of these little tips that we use putting this together, right? Like that. So we just trim them flush. All right. And then we're going to add on our handle. Now with the handle, if you happen to have some brads in your stash, you guys have them in your stash. I know you do. You could punch a hole and add a brad in there. You could do a decorative one, right? Which would be really cool. Be cute. You can get some that have flowers. But what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to put some little hoppy friends. I'm going to let some little bunnies hop onto the sides of this. And I'm going to put one on each side. So look at how that corrugated handle there looks. We've got our shreddie in there. Now, I have to let you know that I don't have any Easter treats to actually, I meant to go out, well, I was planning on going out to get some Easter treats too. Look, I'm going to put this bunny here. So cute. I was planning on to get some Easter treats to possibly put in here. But then I had to have a good conversation with myself because I knew that if I happened to get those treats to put in the basket, after I turned this camera off, I was going to eat them all. I mean, it's chocolate and I love chocolate. So I knew that I was best to wait to fill my Easter treats a little bit closer to Easter. Because I just have no willpower when it comes to chocolate. I can admit that. I love it. If I'm desperate, dark chocolate chips do not make it in the cookies. I end up eating some. Okay, it's confession time. Confession time with the chocolate. Okay. So, there is our little bunnies. Look at them. Aren't they sweet? We got one on this side. And we got one on this side. And I have to keep, that's exactly it. Margaret, I got to keep that temptation at bay, right? I got to wait until I decide today is going to be a chocolate day. And then I will go out and I will get myself something. And I will have it. And then I can't have it in the house. Yeah. Yeah. So true. Okay. So there is, I mean, it is the cutest little basket. If you want a handle, or if you want, sorry, a ribbon on there, let's take some of this. And I love this. It is white woven ribbon. It's super light, so it's not heavy. Are you the same with chocolate? I think there might be a few of us. A few of us that might even have a chocolate stash in their craft room. Does anyone have a chocolate stash in their craft room? I won't tell. I won't tell. I actually don't have one right now. I don't have any right now, but my family will be like, you have to have some down here. And they think I'm stashing it somewhere. Okay. All right, so let's do a little bow on the handle. And I'm just double looping my ribbon just to make it a little bit, or my ribbon just to make it a little bit fuller. Now, if the nice thing with this woven ribbon is I'm going to leave it this color, but if I wanted to, I could also, if I needed a different color ribbon, I would just color it with my blends, or spritz it with alcohol and a little bit of ink in the color that I want. And you would have your perfect coordinating ribbon too. But I think the white works on there. I think it's nice and fresh. And there we have got, I have a chocolate stash and my grandson found it. Oh, that's awesome. So the corrugated paper strip looks like ribbon. It does. And look at, you've got it's all matching. All matching. Okay, so there you have got a cute little Easter basket, 6x6 cardstock, and it just has a nice curved edge. This is what I love about doing these extra little cutting. I know it takes a little bit more time, but once you do a few, you can definitely, as you put this into your Stampin' Trimmer, you could just cut these instead of scoring them first and cutting them. I just wanted you guys to have a little more visual, but you could cut them, and that way that's done in one job. And then, but the shading, take a little extra time to shade. You can see it. Add some pattern paper, and look at how it just finishes off the edge and the handle. And if you happen to have a corrugated texture, make yourself a little shreddie to match. Okay, add something cute. I could add, and I will maybe do this when I do a little poke a little hole in here, put a Happy Easter and tie it around with just some twine, and then I'll probably after, well, I'll just do it with this one. After, I would do one of these. Are you ready? Whoop. Do a little whoop with your finger. It's an official crafting term. Okay. And then you could have a little ribbon that says Happy Easter, or you could use these for these little baskets. You could put names on them, use them for place settings at your Easter table. I mean, if they're not Easter themed, these would be cute for wedding favors too. Or, oh my goodness, I just had a thought. Could you imagine if you did another little curved portion like this, put it over this side? What would that look like? A baby buggy, put some little circles on there, and you would have favors for a baby shower. There you go. I'm going to give you that idea if you need it. I just had that vision. Just the way my mind works. All right. I am going to head on out. I want to thank you guys for joining me for this cute little project. And here is, if you missed it at the beginning, here is the little recipe you're going to want to take a photo of. And I'm going to give away a fun fold right now. Someone's going to get my February fun folds. And I'm going to go with comment number 5. We're going to keep it really quick. Comment number 5, starting with Sandy. Sandy's number 5. You have to be within Canada to get my Fun Fold kit because it is products that I'm mailing out. But the winner, I will put your name on this on the kit here as we go. I will mail it out to you, and I will send you the full instructional video that goes along with the pieces so you can create it. Okay, so we got Sandy 1, we got Gail 2, Alexina 3, Christine 4. All right, and Tracy McDonald, this one's coming to you. Congratulations, McDonald. Whoop, whoop. Congrats. All right, I am signing off for today. Yeah, have some fun making some of those. There's a little better view of it because sometimes it's hard when it is down on my desktop, but that's the size. And yeah, add some little bunnies, Easter eggs. You could decorate it up. You could just put flowers on either side. I had some of these little cute little critters left, so I needed to use those because I thought they'd be perfect. In fact, I had them colored, so I went through and I coordinated my pattern paper with the bunnies that I already had colored in the Lost Lagoon and the Pretty Peacock. So that's why you got that color basket today. I will do a few more samples. I am going to make up a sample and I will post them. I'm going to try it in a 8x8 and a 12x12 so that you can see what the different sizes look like, and then I will post photos of each of the sizes and I'll post them like side by side so you can see the difference. Okay, so you can definitely upsize the little recipe here and make them larger. Okay, all right, take care everyone, and congratulations Tracy. I will see you guys on Sunday morning step up 9 o'clock. Hope you'll join me, and have a great rest of the day. Have a crafty one. Okay, bye everyone.